So I'm making toffee right now, not to be confused with taffy. Anyway, it's not very healthy for you, obviously. You can probably tell by how it looks and the fact that it's a sweet, but I'm in the mood for something, and this is about the easiest thing to make ever, so I'm making it. Yeah, it's literally just butter and brown sugar, and once it starts boiling on the stove, then you mix for about 7 minutes or until it turns all like smooth, and then you just pour it into a pan. You can put it over chocolate chips, so I'm going to do about half with chocolate chips and then the other half not chocolate chips. This pan is kind of big and I'm not making enough to fill up the whole pan, but yeah, that's what I'm making because I needed something sweet and easy to make, and then you just put it in the freezer and it hardens and it's delicious, especially the chocolatey bits. My family used to make this almost every Sunday, and yeah, it was just a fun, really quick treat that we could make. I feel like we made this and Mexican wedding cakes a lot for some reason. I don't know. And while I am doing this, I am listening to House Moving Castle. I should already be done with this, but I didn't feel like listening to it for a while there, so I didn't. So I'm going to continue listening to it. I started listening to it again last night, so I'm about a third of the way through, a little bit more than a third of the way through, and it's amazing.
Welcome to Monday, guys. I actually got off work early today. I got off work around 1 because of how much snow it was snowing. And I mean, don't let it fool you that I just got back from work or something, because that is not the case. It's actually pitch black outside, and there's snow everywhere. Yay! And guess what we're gonna do in the snow? I'll give you a hint. We're not gonna have a snowball fight, although we should. And we're not gonna go sledding, even though we should. That would be really fun, actually. We should do that sometime when it snows. Anyway, we're gonna go. It's like it's 10 o'clock at night, exactly, pretty much. And we're gonna go to TGI Fridays in the snow because Giselle wants soup and ribs. She's really craving soup and ribs. After making toffee, she wasn't feeling so great. For some reason, it didn't settle so well in her stomach. But now we're like...
I have really bad indigestion in general, though, so don't let that put you off.
Oh yeah, last time we had toffee, it was really good, and it didn't do that at all. But it was just this time, it didn't settle well with her for some reason.
Lately that's been happening with a lot of food at me, so...
But now, she's specifically craving ribs and soup, and she's wearing giant snow boots.
I'm wearing snowshoes for like my second time in my life because I never grew up with snow. And I'm wearing leg warmers because I'm cool.
My parents, when they came and visited us a few months ago, were like, Giselle, you have no winter clothes, because she lived in California all her life, and my parents bought her snow boots, and this is her next opportunity to wear them. So we're going to go to TGI Fridays, because Giselle wants ribs and soup, and I'm going to get like a burger, I guess, or something. I don't even know. Maybe I'll get ribs too. I called several places looking for a place that was open that has ribs and soup. So I was like, I want ribs and soup, and I Googled like lots of different places around where we live that sell ribs and soup, and all of them are closed because of the snow, except for TGI Fridays. I called them and they're like, yeah, we're open. Hope to see you soon. I was like, okay, let's go. So Giselle and I are going. It'll be a fun snow adventure at 10 o'clock at night. I'm pretty sure I still have to go to work tomorrow. We talked a little bit today at the studio about the fact that we might not be able to come in tomorrow because there's going to be a lot of snow tonight. But I don't think it's going to snow too much for me to not be able to drive to work tomorrow. I'm not sure. But I might be able to take a little bit off work tomorrow. We have to go in a little bit late or something. I don't know. Work might have something going on tomorrow where I don't have to go for a little bit, or might not have to go at all. I'm not sure. But we're still going to go tonight regardless and have a fun time. We're at TGI Fridays now. This is what we got. I got a cheeseburger and some fries with some barbecue sauce. And just tell what'd you get?
Ribs, and then mashed potatoes and Parmesan
wedges, yeah, I guess that's what it is.
They're good though.
I'm gonna steal one from her. She can have some of my fries. But, oh my gosh, we're so happy to be here. This is the weirdest thing.
We don't ever really eat out. This is like a really big treat, and
Yeah, we choose not to eat out a lot of the time because we don't want to spend the money, and the fact that we did it tonight is really strange. It's snowing outside, we kind of risked our lives to get here. But they're open, and we're hungry, so we're gonna eat and have a fun time. We're leaving now. and that was awesome. It was actually really good. It's a lot better than I remember TGI Fridays being in the past,
really good.
which is really strange. I don't remember them being that good, and it was really good. And Giselle really liked her food a lot. I had some of her food. She's taken only a tiny, tiny little bit home.
Yeah.
I think she meant to take more home than that.
No, I was very hungry, so I ate most of it. I have 2 ribs left, but they're just tiny, and a little bit of mashed potatoes left. But those fries, those Parmesan fries or whatever, were amazing.
They really were. I liked them a lot. I had a couple because she was nice enough to share them with me. My burger was very good as well. Everything was really good. I was kind of surprised. We'll have to come back here and do this again at 11 o'clock at night.
Chris's burger was good, but his burgers that he makes are better.
I agree.
And it's still snowing.
It is still snowing outside. And Giselle wants ice cream. She wanted dessert inside there, but they didn't have anything that sounded good to her. And she really wants ice cream. So I don't think we're going to do that, but I'm just going to put that out there. That's what she wants, is ice cream. We're at McDonald's because Giselle wants ice cream. We both got Oreo McFlurries.
Yes.
So it's still snowing, and we're getting Oreo McFlurries.
It's really cold. You should shut your window until they come.
Well, my window's not so great, so I'm like afraid that it's going to waste, like mess up the motor.
And Chris put his arm on the thing, and now there's snow all over his coat, and that's gonna melt, and then...
Whatever. I had snow all over my coat when I wiped all the stuff off the car, so... when we got to the window, I was like, Giselle, what do you want? And she was like, it took a little while, and she was like, Oreo McFlurry. And I told the guy, Oreo McFlurry. And he was like, anything else? I was like, thinking about what I want, I was just like, actually, can we get 2 Oreo McFlurries? And he was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, man, whatever you want. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah. I think he was a little bit disappointed when he saw that there were 2 of us in here. I think he thought they were both from me, so. Have a good night.
I'm not gonna eat this until we get home and I'm warm.
That's okay, it's not gonna go anywhere.
I don't know where to put it though, because then it's gonna be cold.
See this? This is what happens.
It doesn't want to go up. He has to like push it up.
It doesn't always do that. It's
mostly when it's cold, I feel like.
Yeah, it happened a few times when it was warm, but once the car gets going, it's usually fine, but we have to make a U-turn because of the stupid road, but
this road is
going home to eat our McFlurries because we don't want to do it in the car.
And I kind of really want an egg McMuffin, but
Giselle was like, oh, can I also get an egg McMuffin? No, I shouldn't get an egg.
I didn't say that. I was just saying that I wanted one. I didn't say I was going to get one, but I really like breakfast bagel sausagey things.
So do I.
And I like them any time of day, no matter what. Remember when we came here and I got like 2 or 3 of them and it was delicious? Yeah. And then I got an eggnog shake. This was a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We figured out, we were talking about it, and we haven't gone out to eat since November.
Yeah.
And we did go out a little bit in December, but we didn't pay. Like, my whole family went out or whatever, and so it wasn't really us. We didn't really have a say in the matter either way. And
it was really good, but
yeah, it was delicious.
It wasn't necessarily our choice.
It was this German place that had like sausage and cheese. It was like a fondue sausage pretzel place, and it was amazing.
It really was, but
anyway.
This is the first time we've decided as a couple to go out somewhere in a while.
Yeah.
And we were planning on going out somewhere this weekend too to get sushi for like anti-Valentine's Day on the 13th. And I think we still might do that. I kind of really want to. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, this was the first time we've gone out to eat in over 2 months. So I feel like...
Yay for being frugal, but at the same time...
Well, I never ate out when I was growing up. We'd go out to eat like once a year. And even then, my dad would get it for free from how he worked. He was able to like trade coupons, and so we'd go to Outback Steakhouse once a year, and that was it.
I mean, my family used to go out to dinner all the time, and I love going to dinner. Going out places to eat is like one of my favorite things ever, because I love restaurant food a lot. So I miss it, but like I'm like, we're trying to be.
It's not hard for me because I'm not used to eating out. I just want to show you guys my scarf. Chris got this for me for my birthday last year, and this is my first time wearing it because I keep it on the shelf like all displayed and then I forget to wear it because I'm a terrible person. So anyway, it's Alice in Wonderland and it's so cool. I'm just showing you some of the pictures and stuff, and it's on the other side as well, so it's like really, really awesome, and it has like words from the book and pictures from the book, and then the other side has different stuff on it. There's like a picture of Alice and the Cheshire Cat, and all sorts of stuff. In case you were wondering how I wore it, I just wear it 3 times wrapped and then kind of make them about the same length. So there we go. That's how I wear it. So you can't really see the display of them because
see that at least.
I don't like infinity scarves to hang long on me. They really bother me when they hang long. But I do like infinity scarves all wrapped around my neck. So this one he got on Etsy. We can probably find it and put the link below. It's this weird like silky texture though. So if you don't like, I don't know, really like almost slippery feeling fabric, spandexy feeling fabric, then you won't like this. I didn't know it was going to be that when I got it, and it doesn't bother me, but I was very surprised, so just warning you. Anyway, now what are we going to do?
Eat our McFlurries.
And probably watch a little bit of something somewhere. Huh?
Yeah, we'll watch something while we eat our McFlurries. So.
Well, at the restaurant, we ended up just showing each other songs from musicals that we like and stuff because we're cool like that. And we ended up listening to musicals in the car. And I got reminded of my love for the Scarlet Pimpernel musical, so I'm probably going to make Chris watch that with me sometime. After he watches the movie, because that movie is amazing. The 82 version, I don't know, it's the one from the 80s, and it's with that famous lady and that awesome guy and all that stuff. It has the guy who plays Gandalf.
Ian McKellen?
Yes, it has Ian McKellen in it. And he's the bad guy, and he is
Really?
amazing.
Oh, I love Ian McKellen, so.
Love him as the bad guy. He does such a good job. So he's the guy who is taking all the people who, all the aristocrats, and chopping their heads off. So he's pretty cool. And, not saying that that's cool, but I'm just saying that's his character. I'm forgetting his name, but it's like so obvious that I should know it. Anyway, Scarlet Pimpernel, one of my favorite movies, and we should watch that.
Watching the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Watching the Scarlet Pimpernel.
It's good. I like it a lot.
Watching it on here, on YouTube.
We're like a little bit over halfway through, I think.
Yeah, we're on part 9, and there's 14 parts on here. They're all about 10 minutes long, so.
I'm super tired. It's past 1 a.m. and I really want to go to sleep, so we'll finish it at some other point.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, probably in my top 10 or 15. I don't really rank my favorite movies. I kind of just have a big list of favorites, and they're all about tied, but this is definitely one of them. It's about the French Revolution, and it's just brilliant. It's based on a book series. I've only read the first book, though, and I was like 10, and don't remember that much about it. I remember that it was quite different than the book because they took the sections from a lot of the books. It's like a really long series. They took sections from a lot of the books and put it together into this movie. But this movie is brilliant and amazing and has some of my favorite characters of all time. One of my favorite characters of all time, especially. An amazing character. And Chris says that the character that we're talking about in particular reminds him of Locke from Locke Lamora. But we're not going to talk about it too much because we don't want to spoil you about stuff. You should just go into it a little bit blind. And
we'll put a link to like the first part.
On YouTube, yeah. It's the only place we could find it online, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll put a link to it, and since it's on YouTube, you can just go ahead and watch it, and it's 14 parts. And
yeah, and Chris is enjoying it.
I am enjoying it. It's funny. It's really good.
It's really funny, and it's really amazing. Thank you for indulging my weird cravings and treating me.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it very much. It was a good night.
If you guys want to know the story about how this came to be, is that I was laying on the bed feeling slightly nauseous, and I was like, Chris, I really want a pickle. Really living for pickles right now. And he's like, pickles? And I was like, yeah, pickles. And he's like, do I need to go get you some pickles, Giselle? And I was like, yes. I was like, you should give me some dill ones, like big dill pickles, and then like get me like little butter, what are they called? Whatever. The sweet pickles, like, sliced. And I was like, you should get both of those. And he was like, okay. And he, like, stood up like he was gonna go. And then he, like, sat back down and started doing stuff on his computer. And I was like, wait, you're not actually gonna go? And he's like, no, it's snowing outside. I'm like, but you said, you teased me. And so he was like, fine. And so we went and, like, looked in the cupboard and tried to find something for me to eat that was savory. And there was nothing. And somehow Pickles, through us discussing for 15 minutes or more, turned into ribs.
It turned into soup first. You really wanted soup. And then you really wanted ribs.
I really
And then
wanted
you really wanted wings and other things.
cream of tomato soup, and then I was like, and clam chowder would be good too, and ribs, and
So I started looking at restaurants for that.
yeah, and then we ended up going out, so it was good, but it started with pickles. Pickles that turned into tomato soup. I don't know. I have weird cravings. Chris and I are not planning on having children for many years, for several years after we're married even. So we'll get married and then several years after we'll have children, and I don't even want to know what my cravings are going to be in the middle of the night. Like, I'm just going to like wake up and want the weirdest things. I always am, when I think of pregnant ladies, I always think of the Lady and the Tramp and that scene where the woman is like, she's pregnant with the baby and she sends her husband out into the snow and he's going to get watermelon in the middle of winter, and he's like, where am I gonna get watermelon? And she's like, oh, and some chop suey too. And he's like,
Okay.
what? Yeah, and he's like, okay, and he like leaves the house, and you're just like, chop suey and watermelon, what's wrong with you? And that's what I was thinking of. And that's the lady I'm gonna be. Like, even as I'm not pregnant, I'm like, I really want pickles and soup and ribs and.
Didn't end up getting pickles, but
No.
everything else was really good.
Yeah, it was a delicious meal, but it started with pickles and kind of evolved from there. And I still really want pickles. Next time we go to the store, we'll have to buy some pickles.
Okay.
Anyway.
On that note.
Yeah.
Let's go to bed.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow.